Tech Garage, presented by RockAuto.com, is brought to you by Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. Steel rubber products, quality crafted rubber parts and weather stripping. And by RockAuto.com, all the parts your car will ever need.
12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Oh, this one feels pretty good. Hey, welcome back to Tech Garage, presented by RockAuto.com. Just checking a wheel bearing over here at 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. And you know that's what this tech tip's all about, this Master Technician Tech Tip, hashtag MTTT. We're gonna look at wheel bearings. Let me give you a scenario. You're going down the road and you hear this hum. Woo, 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 woo. Could be a tire, could be a wheel bearing. How are you gonna tell them apart? Well, here's a couple of tips for you. The first thing you can do is you can swerve the car to the right or to the left a little bit. You wanna see if the noise changes, gets more, gets less pronounced, kind of isolate it to a side of a car. Also, you can change road surfaces. Well, what does that mean? Well, right here I got a tire. Let's just pretend we're actually going on concrete. And when I go from concrete and I go over to asphalt, if the noise changes, then it's probably a tire. If the noise stays the same, well, most likely it's a wheel bearing. So change road surfaces, swerve to the right and swerve to the left. A couple other things you can do. This is a pretty inexpensive stethoscope right here. You can get this at RockAuto.com, and then you can put this on. You can actually put it on the wheel bearing itself, and you can spin the wheel bearing, and you can listen inside of there. You want to listen for any growling or any kind of noise. Pretty cool. I look like a doctor too, so that's not too bad. But what the deal is you're going to take the car up in the air. That may take 4,000 pounds off the car, so the noise might not be so loud, but a lot of times you can tell. I can spin this one right here. You don't hear anything. Take this other wheel bearing, and just that grinding right there, that's not good. That means that that bearing's starting to eat away. That's a wheel bearing. This is an actual integral wheel bearing of one part. A couple seasons ago, we talked about the Gen 1 wheel bearing. The Gen 1 wheel bearing is located right here, and it actually goes inside of here. The problem with this is you have to use a press. So what we did back a few seasons ago, we had our Woodward press. We actually took it, we pushed the bearing out. You have to push the spindle out. Once we did that, we had to set up a whole jig, a whole kinds of different adapters, and then push the bearing out from one side, reverse the procedure, push it back in. It's a long, drawn-out procedure, that's for sure. Now, if you really want to get precise, you can come over to this as a hub bearing. And this hub bearing right here actually has the bearings located inside of here. These are the old school bearings. You pull the cap off, you pack them, you put them back. But if you want to check the wheel bearing, you can put a dial indicator right there. I could tilt it back and forth, and you can see exactly what's going on, how much play you have. If it's sloppy, well, usually 3/1000ths to 5/1000ths more, you may have a problem. You want to go in there and snug them up. But if it's a Gen 1 bearing, you're going to have to go through a whole rigmarole. I sure wish there was a better way. I know there is. Let's check in with Tom and Dave and check out the better way before your wheel bearing ends up like this and your tire flies off your car.
Well, there is a better way, John, thanks to RockAuto.com. And Tom, how are you making things easier for folks out there?
Our manufacturers are combining parts together to make a complete assembly. So you take 4 or 5 parts, you get them all put together. There's less chance of surprises. You get partway into the project, you discover something's bent, something's corroded, something's stripped. You just put it all on at once, you're done, and you're successful.
For me, any project, you think you got it all licked when you go to the auto parts store, but invariably there's 40 or 50 trips left because you've forgotten something or you bent something. The thing I really love about the assemblies too is the manufacturer has made sure everything matches. It's sort of match set and it all works together.
Right, yeah, it's one manufacturer make sure the tolerances are just right and it all fits together. Yeah, no surprises there also.
It saves you time and it works, and you thought of everything too. Even the axle nut is in here because a lot of folks don't realize these are not reusable. You should only use them once.
Yeah, on some models they're not reusable, and that's an example of if you do reuse it, you're not really doing the repair completely right. So yeah, you get it as a unit, no surprises. You're successful.
Well, you can do it right and get it done the first time thanks to our friends at RockAuto.com.
All right, little jounce test. No clunks or rattles sitting still here, Dave.
Well, I've got a few clunks and rattles up here, but I think our vehicle is looking pretty good. We just need to take it for a test drive.
Yeah, and you know, my kids are fully grown and driving. You got a beautiful family truckster. Could be a little vacation ride.
We could use the room. I'll take it.
Absolutely, yeah. And you know what? We're out of time for this week, folks, but it's been a great show. We hope you join us next week for more Tech Garage presented by RockAuto.com.
Production assistance for Tech Garage is provided by Chipola College, located in Marianna, Florida. Founded in 1947, Chipola was ranked recently as one of the top 3 community colleges in the United States.